Hello guys, Wartips here and welcome to another video. So I really apologize for you guys because in the past couple of weeks I've been really inactive. I've had my final exams of the final year of med school. So sorry about the inconsistency of uploads. Okay, that's first thing. Second thing is we have our long-awaited, overhyped Lord Phineas uh, banner, and he is added to the game. I've watched a lot of video over the past week, overhyping him, like testing him and stuff. It was overhyped, so let's just make a quick review of him and see if he is worth that hype. So first of all, let's start with he's an infernal fighter. He's a magic damage dealer with a very high basic attack. This is probably the second highest basic attack in the entire game after Ardia, I think, which is 7900, I guess. He's 7200, which is really high. So that's a very strong selling point. If you have that high of attack and when we dive into his kit, he will get insane amount of crit damage. So you need a minimal build on him to actually be that strong. So he's a very good hero to begin with, just from that insanely high basic attack. Okay. Second of all, he's an infernal fighter, so he's actually intended and designed to be a Zealot replacement. If you don't have Zealot, I know a lot of guys I like played the game for over a year and didn't get a single copy of Zealot. So this is your like chance of getting another fighter to reach 50k in Nightmare and even 120k in Samara, because some teams run with Soul Cadence and Zealot there. If you don't have Zealot, you're pretty much fucked. So Lord Phineas is a savior for those who don't have Zealot. Okay, without further ado, let's just jump right into his kit. So when an ally uses their ultimate, he gains one stack of Viscount Flame, which increases his crit damage 25%, up to 5 stacks. So it's a 125% crit damage. Pretty decent. Additionally, gain crit damage to allies if they belong to the Infernal Blast. So he also buffs his Infernal Blast heroes. But I don't. If you run him with a Twin Fiend only as a nightmare like Zillitu you do with Zillitu, Twin Fiend is not gonna gain that much from the crit damage increase. So I don't think this crit damage applies on that good unless you use him with like a Hex and ANI. Like the full Infernal team is going to be a really good team to reach high scores in Guild Boss 1. So that's the first thing of his talent. Oh, of course, we forgot to mention the range. The range is just bullshit range of the single tile range, which is very bad. At least you should have just made him like a zealot or an arrogance range. He should have been like that, but okay. His basic attack is normal. He deals 100% damage to one enemy, nothing special. His ultimate is of relatively high cost. 900 is similar to Zeratul, but I don't think he has any awakening that help him increase the duration of his ultimate. So you can ult with him that often, just like you do with Zeratul. But okay, let's just get into his ultimate. He increases attack by 40%, and he doubles the effect of his count flame. So double the 125, so it's almost 50 times 5, it's 250% crit damage, which is huge, especially with his insanely high attack. And his ultimate also increases his attack post-deployment attack by 40%. So it's an insane amount of burst damage during the 20%, which it's not gonna increase. Okay, and go 50% and the burst damage. Okay, so after that he deals 600% burst damage one time to one target in range. So that's a nuke. It's essentially just like a what is it called? The Twin Fiend ultimate is just a nuke, then he continues to deal damage during the rest of his ultimate. So very, very strong uh, burst window. Then he changed to rage attack, whatever. He removes all the stacks of his count flame after he finishes his ultimate. So make sure you ult with all your Infernal heroes before you trigger his ultimate in order to take the full stacks of the crit damage increase. That's pretty much his ultimate. He increases his attack and doubles the crit damage up to 250% crit damage, which is insane. Okay, his first passive is he has 25% chance to deal 180 and inflict stun, a 1 second stun. It's I don't know. This can go up to 270%, I guess. Not that special regarding, especially that he has 25% chance only. It's not like 50%. So I don't. It may be useful in Samara because of his stun. He can help you with the Sol phase, but I don't think it 25% chance is high enough to be consistent. I don't know. This feels like a very bad passive for me. The other insane passive is that he gains penetration up to 5%, can go up to 7%, 5 stacks, can go up to 7 stacks. So essentially a 50% at the max skills, 50% penetration to target inflicted with burning. That's crazy, especially in the Infernal faction, they all do burning. If you like couple him with ANI, this is going to be constantly having 50% penetration. If you have him with Zilla 2, yeah, but you're not gonna run him head in hand with Zilla 2. But even Twin Fiend burnings, which are essentially during his ultimate, he applies a lot of burning. That's where you get the 50% penetration. So he has insane high attack, 50% penetration, and insanely 2500 250 crit damage increase. So pretty freaking insane damage and burst window. So yeah, that's his kit. But the only downside I think of his is the range. It's a very bad range. Other than that, he has very insane potential to be a Zilla 2 replacement. That's my opinion, I guess. As for the awakenings, he increased the chance of his very bad passive. He's a very bad A1. He increased the chance of inflicting stun by 5%, and Blade of Treachery can now inflict burning. So that also was a downside of him that he does not inflict any burnings whatsoever, but now he has 25% chance, which with A1 can go up to 30% chance to inflict burning, which is now at A1 he kind of become relevant, especially in Ardor Frost with the burning. He can definitely run there with Zealot and ANI. Very good. Okay, 5% attack increase of his insanely high attack is a very good A2. When an ally, they use their ultimate, the talent switches to gaining what? Okay, so instead of 25%, it becomes 50%. Yeah, I didn't notice that. So he now gives them 50% chance 50% crit damage increase instead of 25, which is good, but not crazy, I think. It's good. It's good. It's not that OB, but it's definitely good. Another 8% penetration, not gonna hurt. After the ultimate and 50% chance to retain the Viscount Flames, which is bad because 50% chance is kind of how the RNG is just gonna make you hate your life and hate your runs and auto fights. So not that insane of A5 because let's face it, at the end of the day, you're gonna ult a lot with your Infernals before the next ultimate of his. So I don't think this A5 is any good. Like his A3 is decent, his A1 is like his in most is A1 and A2. Like I think A1 and A2 are the most obvious power spikes of his. That's pretty much it. So after this review, should you go for him? The answer is if you have Zealot, if you especially if you're early game, mid game, and early end game, if you have Zealot, you pretty much don't need him. But you are if you are end game player and you have already most of the heroes and you have A5 Zealot, for example, he's gonna be a good addition for you in some niche uses like Arbiter Frost in the in Samurai, if you are using the Infernal team, is gonna be a good addition for your team. I think he's definitely worth going for if you are that late into the game. Uh, Another reason why you should go for him is actually because of the hero next to him, which is Magda. Magda is probably one of the strongest cultist units. Very interesting jiggle physics. Okay, so Magda is really, really good. I actually miss Magda so much. I summoned for her. I did not get her. I really, really need her because of like uh she's very good in single target arena. She's really good in the Immortal Codex. What is the name? Conqueror of Conquest, I guess. She's really, really good in some GVG defenses. Magda is really a good hero, and she might be the only reason I went for this banner. I did not much care about Lord Phineas, but I did not still get Magda, so it was pretty disappointing, but that's pretty much the only reason I went for the banner. So yeah, pretty much it. Go for him if you don't have Zillitu and you are early game. If you are end game, you should definitely go for him because he gonna be used in niche situations and you definitely need at least a copy or at least a one of him is going to be more than enough for you guys. So yeah, that was it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and tell me if you have anything in mind of any test you would like me to do with Lord Phineas. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.